Hello and good afternoon, ladybugs and yellow jackets. Welcome to this Sunday's episode of Handmade Home Shopping. I am your host, Fairy Princess Lolly. And before we jump into the things today, I want to just say first, please hit the like and subscribe, huzzah that bell for us. And also to give a shout out here to today's show sponsor, which is Henderson's Hearth, and you may actually be familiar with them as they've been on our show before. But Henderson's Hearth is a Louisiana Ren Fair favorite. I can understand why, because they have traditional Celtic recipes that are easy to prepare either at home or when you are out at fair in your encampment. Et cetera, et cetera. And they strive to provide healthy and delicious foods with ingredients that are either grown by themselves personally or locally sourced. So each product is made in small batches in order to help ensure that the mix that you get is fresh and will exceed any expectations that you have. And they sell things such as jams, soups, baked mixes, roasted nuts. I know that I believe it was Famous Dana. I know it was one of our regulars here on the channel. Did definitely try some of their stuff and gave it rave reviews. So please check them out if you will at hendersonshearth.com. Their information is going there in the ticker, and then it's also in the low bar on all of the descriptors from wherever you are watching. And they have a current bonus going, which is you get free shipping on any purchases of $25 or more. So give them a try. It's good stuff. Keep it shopping small. And with that said, then we will bring in, I've already brought in, but our first vendor here, who is Venus Complete LLC. And I don't know which one of you I'm with. I have two names here. Are you both of these names, Christopher and Belogue?
Yeah, that's my last name. It's Baylog, but it's it's a tricky one.
It
Yeah.
is a little tricky. I thought perhaps it was maybe your fair name or convention name. So I didn't, because it had a comma, and so I thought it was one or the other. So
No, just a tricky last name. Nobody really gets it right, so it's understandable.
well, thank you for your graciousness on that. And if you would, though, please introduce yourself to our audience today and tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, what you do, and then we will take a look at, you said you had a couple of items to show us, and then your Etsy store where most of the product is, which I peeked at it there, and it looks really great. So I'll let you go ahead and give the introductions.
Yes, my name's Chris, and I'm the co-owner of Venus Complete LLC that I run with my girlfriend, who isn't here at this time due to some other conflicts and scheduling. But we own it together, and the company itself was formed based on zodiac signs. So you'll notice in the shop that there are some zodiac products, but that's only a small piece of what our shop does. And we both live here in Pittsburgh, PA, and our zodiac signs are Libra and Taurus, and in astrology, their parent planet is Venus. So they consider it the joining of two halves of a whole, and that's why you get Venus Complete. So the company name reflects that, and the logo is our two zodiac signs combined that I did myself for the branding. So that's how we started the company, and really how it started as far as selling products on Etsy and making, the store was a greeting card I created for her because she is a big horror fan. So she likes the horror movies, and her favorite is Freddy Krueger. So I made her a greeting card that I cut out with an X-Acto knife with his claw slash in it, and she loved it and thought it was really cool. And we were like, hey, we have something here. Like we have mutual interest in the horror genre, and I have some design and creativity to add. And she was in retail as a store manager, so we decided to start with that. And it was just greeting cards in the beginning, and as we'll see, it's expanded to much more.
Yes, absolutely. Well, first, let's look at whatever you may have there on hand live, and I'll embiggen you and give you the whole screen here so you can show your stuff off close up, and then we'll go back over to your store and take a look at that. So here you are,
Sure.
sir.
So I only have a couple things. I don't want to spoil too much. The store, I think, is fun to go through yourself to see all the different items. But one of our most popular products right now are our soy candles, and we have those in two sizes. We have the larger 9-ounce candles in black tumblers, and we have smaller 3.5-ounce straight-sided clear jars. And those are the most popular at this time. So I'll just wanted to show a couple of these. So here's one little 3.5-ounce
Have a
scent.
killer birthday.
So what's cool about these products, and this is the same theme with a lot of them, is you pick your character and you pick your scent. You can, you have the label you like, and we want you to be able to make it your own. So it's have a killer birthday. You pick whatever character out of, I think we have 40 different ones you could choose from of these little, clip art characters, and then you can pick from any of 31 candle scents. So you can mix and match your candle to make it how you want. And here's another one that we have black labels with the characters on the two outsides, and has a little name in the front. So meant to be is just the phrase that goes with the characters. As far as the scent, we have caramel pumpkin plague on the top. We have horror themes with a lot of the candle scents for our horror products. And we just like to give the customer that power. We never wanted to constrict them to like, oh, I want this candle, but this scent isn't exactly what I like. I don't like floral scents, or I don't like the baked good scent. So on any of these listings, there can be hundreds of combinations if you pick the character, the scent, and then there are other personalizations on some as well that you can add your own text or do custom things to it. So that's just a very small sample. I'd encourage everyone to check out the shop because there are new things coming up all the time. I'm always writing a to-do list of fun, creative things to add. And there are, I'm not even sure now, 151 listings. So that's
a lot.
Very small sample of what's on there. And we take custom requests as well. So we aim to please here.
Nightmare Before Christmas would be perfect for Count Morbid, and he doesn't do this show, but he does our Wednesday segment on Fae News. And if you have ever watched that, you are familiar with him and his creepy dark fairy ways. But let's take a look here at your store. So I have it pulled up, and there are a bunch of things in your store to look at. So here we go. And you can kind of see. Did you design all of these little guys yourself? They're so cute. They're like happy little horror people.
Oh yeah, I would love to take credit for the design of those, but there's actually a designer on Etsy, and this is kind of what inspired the store. Her name on there was MKB Digital Designs, and she designed these little characters, and that's kind of what inspired me that we could use these on our products, and I had a lot of ideas out of it. So there are a few of them that I made myself because I do have a design background, and people requested ones we did not have. But most of the characters are, I'll give credit to her, and you'll see on the listings it'll say artwork by her name on there as well. But yeah, she called them the creepies, and we've been utilizing them. And they are definitely cute and creepy and very, very, very fun.
Oh man. And so now these are lip balms. I see. So is this like a whole pack of lip balms that you get here? Or is this a picture of all of them and you choose?
It's still a choose. You can pick your pack size, so you can get 1, 4, 6, 8, 10, but you still can pick whatever characters you want. So if you want half Freddy, half Jason, that's fine, and you pick the flavor you want for each of them. So it's completely up to the customer what they get with the lip balms. We definitely did that with every line in there. Is let the customer get what they want. If they want Freddy and they want it to be cherry, then you're good to go. You just let us know. So it's all up to them.
Now, do we have a list of what the possible fragrances are? And actually, before I ask that, let me ask them, what materials do you use, ingredients do you use for your lip balms?
For the lip balms, it is just 3 ingredients. It's beeswax, coconut oil, and then the flavoring, which we have different suppliers for the flavoring, but it's just those 3 ingredients. They're very, very simple, straightforward, but we've had great results with the flavors that we get.
So here is a close-up of this, and we can kind of see you've got all of the signs of the zodiac. And then here's, okay, so a single is 6, a pack of 2 is 8. And then down here, is this where we have our personalization? So this is how people can mix and match to their specifications, is right here in the personalization area, I assume.
Right, and on these listings, for these zodiac ones, these ones have little phrases that kind of explain that zodiac sign. So for instance, on the Cancer sign, it says "me, sarcastic, never." So they have like the little funny phrases, but you know that doesn't necessarily have to be on the Cancer label. So that's also where they can pick whatever phrase they want, or they can give us their own custom phrase. So they pick their sign, they pick their flavor, they pick their phrase, and we'll put it all together for them.
This right here, a little bonus discount for big orders, huh?
Oh yeah. We definitely like the larger orders. You know, we save on shipping on the larger orders, so we obviously want to relay that savings back to the customer and entice them for larger orders. You know, buy it all together and get a big discount, and we'll save on shipping, and everybody wins.
Let's see here. So I had a question about these candles now. They come in different sizes? You said that one of them was 3 ounces or 3.5 ounces that you were showing us there in your hand earlier. Did I hear that correctly?
I can see the comparison here. These are the two. So you'll see this is a custom order that I'm just doing that was ordered today, and the small one. So these come in these nice black on black tumblers. And these are 9-ounce candles. They weigh about a pound with the tumbler. So, you know, most of the candles you'll see, and, you know, a lot of times at the store, it's the clear glass, you know, maybe the colored wax. But these are just really nice tumblers with a flat silicone brush metal lid. So we definitely love, you know, they're a little more expensive to make like this, but we love the black on black and the results we get with that. And then with the small ones, the 3.5-ounce ones, we got the little clear jars, but it has a nice little screw-on lid for those.
And so you said there's soy candles. What are the wicks like on those, and what are their burn times?
I believe the burn time is around 50 or more hours. We've done some testing with it in the beginning, and I think that's what we have in the listing. The wicks are just the recommended. I think they're like eco. I forget the size wicks, but they're the recommended wicks for those jars where we purchase the tumblers. They kind of give you a wick guide for those. So it's just a single wick in those ones. No double. They aren't you know, that large. But with the single wick, yeah, I mean we've had orders and people tell us, you know, I've been burning it, you know, all week and it still has some left. So it's definitely around the 50-hour mark as far as burn time.
Nice. I'm cracking up at this one that everything is fine. I feel like it should say 2020, everything is fine. I'm just on fire.
With everything on fire.
Sorry, I'm awkward. Sorry. These are great. And these are some of the things that can go on them. Pineapple belongs on pizza. You could be starting a war right there.
Hey, we're neutral. We're just putting stuff out there that, you know, maybe people want it as a gag gift. Maybe they just want to give it to someone that hates pineapple on pizza and have some fun with them. But yeah, these are all different labels. If people request labels, we can create it on the spot. I'm a designer, so
cool.
You know, it started with horror, you know, the horror movie genre, but it expanded into, you know, what else would people like? And you know, the Zodiac. A lot of the pet stuff is popular, like the dog labels, and
Yeah.
Pop-up cards. The pop-up cards are popular as well. So it's honestly just what can we do next with this to make it, you know, better and, you know, make more products that people just want.
Here, oh, nice. I didn't actually see this the first time, so I asked these questions, but you've actually got all the answers right there. So for everybody.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've tried to put some stuff on there because every once in a while somebody will say like, "Oh, this is smaller than, you know, I anticipated," or have some questions. So we always try to make sure like it's out there. It's anything that they may need to know is on the listing if possible.
Very, very transparent. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
well, uh, I don't know if I had a response from you as to whether or not you guys were participating in the magic word this week, and so I didn't put any commentary like that, like in the low bar, and so I thought I would ask because I don't know if I got anything from you with regards to that. So did you want to
Yeah,
participate?
would definitely be open for sure.
Okay, so because I don't think I actually put that in the listing in the low bar, so I'll have to go back and change it after the show, which is totally fine. But for everybody watching at home, what that means is that if you are to use the magic word Jasper in your orders this week from Venus Complete on Etsy, just put the word Jasper into the checkout comments, and you will receive some manner of surprise bonus gift with your purchase. So that is how that works, and it works for all of the vendors that you see indicated with a little
Absolutely.
Amanita mushroom. Yes. So I will go back and change yours in the show in the description because all of the links for vendors are in the description. So is there anything else that you would like to say to everybody before we let you go today?
No, I mean, really, it's just the shop has a little bit of everything for everybody. It's not set on one specific thing. So if anybody likes the products themselves, if you like candles, if you like lip balm, greeting cards for any occasion, check it out. And if there's something you don't see, reach out. And I've done so many custom orders. Most often they are no additional charge for custom orders because it's something I
Okay.
enjoy doing, the design aspect. So it's just anybody who's interested in those kind of things, take a look. I think you'll find something you like. If not, maybe we'll throw something up there that you will.
Yeah, it keeps it changed up for sure. So, well, thank you for coming on the show this afternoon, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your weekend. So it was good to have you.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you inviting me here.
Absolutely. Bye-bye. All right, we are off to a running start, or is it a flying start? So our next vendor that we have with us, just going to remind you guys, hit that like button if you will. Our next vendor that we have today is the Oak Harbor, Echo from the Oak Harbor, and I see you down there, so I'm going to bring you in. Hello, Echo. Look at you. You're all pretty with your hat and everything.
And it's the oak anchor.
Oak, oh, I said Oak Harbor, didn't I? There's a reason I said that. My mom is from Maine, and there is an Oak Harbor in Maine, and that is just like in my head. I'm so sorry. Oak Anchor, which is also kind of maritime, right?
Right. My partner makes fun of me because oak anchors float instead of sinking. So he wants to log on my blog as the and have his little bit be the steel buoy.
The steel buoy. I like that. Well, so if you will, please tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from. If you have home shows or conventions or fairs, give a shout out, Kingdom. Give a shout out to your people, and then we will turn the screen over to you and let you show off your stuff for us.
Sounds good. I want to apologize in advance for the loud noises. I'm in my backyard, and I live in the middle of Portland, Oregon, and so it gets a little bit loud. I have done Saturday markets and vendor shows and like Hillsborough Tuesday night markets and music festivals for the last decade or so under the name Wanderlust Crochet.
Okay.
Recently, Wanderlust and the Oak Anchor combined because I was running too many websites and it was just too many plates to balance. This year, I would have been vending at Tortuga and Fort Nassau in Lebanon, Oregon. But, well, COVID. So
Yes, the world is on fire.
Right.
So yeah.
I have put together my website. It's theoakanchor.com/shop for all of the shopping stuff, and that's also my blog where you can follow my crafting, my homeschooling, my crazy family, my urban farming, whatever. So there's that. Recently I started working a lot on upcycling stuff, so I've got my crochet stuff, like the little beach bum gnome that I got going here with the
Here,
little
let me turn you over now. I'm going to give you the full screen so we can really see your stuff. There you go.
So I've got like the crochet stuff. This is a beach bum. It's got some really cute little like bare feet under there.
Aww.
My pirates, which are kind of a new thing. And then this spring I started making these really cute little mermaids. But then I also started doing a lot of.
Oh my God.
I also started doing a lot of upcycle stuff, so I started making jewelry out of broken plate.
Now, do you have some samples of those there as well?
Yeah, I was actually just holding that one up. So that's one of them. It's made from a tea saucer. This one's made from a soup plate.
These are really cool. And so how do you where do you even get those from?
So I get the dishes from like secondhand stores, and I got this at a yard sale, a full set for $5.
Oh, wow.
And
I love it. I love the reduce, reuse, recycle.
I use a variety of tools to sand the edges and shape pieces, and then I add little charms and trinkets that I found at secondhand stores or craft shops. And I've recently started doing, I can do this without knocking it down, earrings made out of recycled purses that have reached the end of their life as a purse.
Oh, nice. You're like so crafty with the upcycling of everything. I'm very impressed.
And so I just like to use a lot of the stuff that would normally go to the trash. So like I hit the Goodwill clearance racks and all of that and just see what I can find. One of the things that I really love is that I'm a book reader.
Mm-hmm.
Making little bookmarks to go with the one hobby I don't have time to do much of anymore. But then, yeah, I change what I'm making by the seasons. So during the spring, I'll do spring gnomes. During the summer, I'll do like more of the kids' stuffed animals. During the fall, I love doing these little pumpkin stacks.
Yeah, I was just going to ask. That's really cute. Like good, fun little decorations. And I like these because I actually have a little place by my door and I hang up wreaths for I like to change them out for the season. So I'm sort of into that. I kind of want to see these earrings that are behind you that look like leaves, maybe. They're far away, so I can't exactly. Those are the ones. Oh yeah. Oh, I love those. Are they blue or are they? I can't tell if they're pale blue or pale green.
It's a pale blue leather with silver leaf charms on them.
They're so pretty. I love them.
If you love that one, you probably love this necklace too.
Oh yes, a matching set, and it will lay nice and flat. It won't flop around and turn backwards on you because it's the leather, so it'll, it's not been like hard sculpted or anything.
No, it's nice and soft. It's light. It's got a little bit of nice movement. So it's I wore one of these necklaces out to a date night the other day with my partner, and I got so many compliments on it. So
nice.
I really love seeing other people enjoy the same things that I see in my head, and they're always one of a kind because they're made with reused things. So they're never going to be exactly the same.
So I'm just going to pull up your shop here real quick and take a little cruise through it, if you don't mind, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can see some of the stuff very close up. What on earth made you start doing these? Look at you have like a little leprechaun gnome. What? Oh, I think Ion the leprechaun might like to have that. A little guy on his desk in solidarity.
I did a bunch of the leprechauns, and I had them in a vendor booth in a shop, and then COVID hit, so they sat in a closed shop for 3 months. So all of the out-of-season gnomes are actually on sale on my website right now.
Are they really? Ooh, they sure are. Look at those cute little guys. Let's see here. Load more. Show me the things. I think these are just the coolest. Look at these are beautiful that you've done out of these china pieces.
I grew up in a secondhand and antique store, and so I
cool.
spent my childhood going through boxes and boxes and boxes of broken things that people just forgot about, or threw away, or put in storage and then stopped paying on. So I was able to start doing that sort of thing when I was very young, and then it just kind of started back up this summer when I was in quarantine.
I have to ask,
kids.
how do you get these pieces to break in such a way that you have like the perfect, I mean, I understand, of course, that you go around the edge and you smooth out the edges, but how do you get it to even break in a way that you have the whole picture to begin with? There must be, what magic is this?
It's magic. That one was a tea saucer that had some blue around the edges and then the flower in the middle. And I ended up going with a tile cutter and cutting just the edge, the rim section. And then that center part was left. And then I went and trimmed it down to where I wanted it. The same with that. That's the edge of one of my tea saucers. And I just used the tile cutter to score around the flower and then broke it with the tile cutter.
Oh, I don't even know what a tile cutter is. This is a tool I have never heard of. So that definitely explains. Look at, these are just so pretty.
So this is the tile cutter.
Oh, and here, let me begin you.
It's 2 blades that are circular, and you just pinch it together and drag it where you want it, and then you use this to actually break the tile by pinching it in the middle.
Huh.
It's not an exact science, but it's definitely a lot better than tossing it on my patio and hoping for the best, which is how I started.
That's probably what I would have done to try to, the first round of trying to figure out how to do some kind of an art like that.
This is one of the ones that I did just tossing it on the ground and hoping for the best.
It still came out rather pretty, if you ask me.
I think so, too.
Well, so we're kind of coming up here on the time, and so do you have anything? Now, I see that you are participating in the magic word this week, which is Jasper for you guys at home. So if you decide to order from the Oak Anchor this week, and you use the word Jasper in your checkout comments, you will get a bonus gift with your purchase. And is there anything that you would like to say to everybody before we let you go this afternoon, or any last things you would like to show us?
Just thanks for participating. I really enjoyed this. This is kind of a new format for me, but I really do enjoy it. It's really cool.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show, and please tell all your friends. So helps everybody.
On Facebook, so I'm hoping some of them are listening.
All right. Well, have a good afternoon then, and a great rest of your weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So we are going to move on here to our next vendor, which is Starlit Skies. And do I see you down there? I do see you down there. Okay, let me pull you in. Hi, how are you guys?
Hi, good day.
Thank you for having us.
No, absolutely. Thank you for being here this afternoon. It's funny because a friend of mine, literally yesterday or the day before, Al the Orc, who is the blacksmith at our festival, Fairy Blossom Festival, sent me a message and says, I have a friend who's looking for ears. Do you know anybody? And I thought, as a matter of fact, I know several somebodies. So I was like, well, that was kind of serendipitous. So I passed you along even before you were on the show. along, because I guess it's kind of a couple friends removed. But small world, right?
It is. And it's great how we can all come together and kind of have like a marketplace online. So once again, like your last guest said, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, I love doing this actually. I don't want to talk too much about myself or whatever, because this is your time here to be on the show. So, but if you will, please introduce yourself to the audience and tell us where you're from and what your home shows are. Give a shout out to whatever your home peeps are, because everybody likes that, right? Like, yay, see you guys. Hi, Mom.
First, I want to say you're adorable, and it's such a pleasure to
Thank you.
Meet you and say hi, and we want to do what we can to help you out. My name is Cynthia, and this is my son Nathan, and I started 30 years ago at Scarborough Faire, being from Dallas. And then I immediately, after college, I met his daddy in college, and he took me to a Renaissance fair. And I was getting a degree in art and silversmithing, and we did an Irish festival. And the Irish festival, they said, you got to come do Scarborough Fair. And then within 3 years, we were at Scarborough Fair, Arizona, and Colorado. And then we did TRF in Houston for about 3 or 4 years. But then I got into Boston. And so I did Boston for 18 years, Scarborough for 25. And then now we just do Arizona and Colorado. We're in New Mexico now. And my son is the manager. He's the front face. And I'm always in the back making everything.
Yes, she's working right now as we're on, because that's how she rolls. That's what she does.
I love to yeah.
I actually can completely identify with that. I am kind of an always workaholic too. So.
Well, you know how it feels then. Your hands got to be busy. And then we've done, I did a bunch of Comic-Cons back in the early 90s, but then now we're doing them again for the last 5 or 6 years. And it's awesome because it's cosplay to the max. And I can do, I didn't get any fan art, but I have fan art. And then I'm an illustrator as well. Like I have a deck of cards.
I'm going to embiggen you so you have the whole screen. There you go. Oh, what are these now? Hold them, if you will. Hold them in front of the camera, and then hold them for a moment, because it'll take the camera a second to focus, and then we have time. So with the 1 of feathers and the 6 of shells. So this is kind of a tarot deck that you have. That you've designed, and the 1 of acorns. Oh, I love that one.
Yeah. So we'll get back to the jewelry, but I got started, and that's going to be a numerology deck, 9 symbols of 9 cards each, and so drawing. Oh, and then I do a little henna on the side. So we've been painting masks. Henna on the mask. Where'd they go?
I don't even understand how that works. How do you do henna on a mask?
Well, it's a henna design.
A henna design. Okay.
Well. Anyway,
I can see them.
What did she say? What did
she said she can see them.
Okay, cool. So with our jewelry, like here's one I'm making. Nathan has one on his ear.
He's very elfy looking back there. Yes.
Right. And so with the wired elf ear itself is just 1 piece of wire, and it has a back wire here that hangs out on the back side of the ear, very much like a Bluetooth unit.
Okay. Look how ornate those are. They're so decorative.
Thank you. Yes, Swarovski crystal, sterling silver.
And I really like too how you've got these. I have several of these types of ears from various vendors, but I like how you've done this little hanging bit in the front, because that's where it breaks up the line, right, and helps with the blending. And then of course you've got your little at the point of the ear piercing, which is pretty cute.
Also, and they very much hang down like earrings. And so you can put on 1 piece of jewelry, and then there's earrings involved. You have higher piercings, and it's all just based off of that 1 singular design. My mom's a genius in that way. I really appreciate all that I've learned from her.
Yeah, I want to decorate your ears you have on. But anyway, so it starts out with the base, like, and then I just kind of keep rolling.
They're beautiful.
Oh, I don't know if I can do that.
Actually, that card behind helps quite a lot because it lets the camera know where to focus, and I can see that. I love that.
Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, we'll bring the camera closer.
So it's this one's copper dripping to the max.
Yes, look at that. So pretty. And what kind of crystals are on that one?
So we use sterling silver, copper, and brass, and we use semi-precious stones and Swarovski crystal. A little tiny seed beads for accents. But like, for example, this one has emerald and pink tourmaline.
Oh, I love tourmaline.
I don't know if I can get that in there. Oh yes, so we have our starlitskies.com, and then if you go to Etsy, and
yes, actually, let me do that. Hold on 1 second, and I will just pull your Etsy store up right here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know if did I give you the link?
Madam, you did.
Oh, there it is. Sweet. Yeah, and then on the left you'll find the menu and go to wire elf ears, ear wraps.
Let's see. Oh, I will give you a favorite too. I can't believe I didn't do that already. I normally do that for the shows. Let's see.
There's over 200 listings of the wire elf ears.
What is this one? What is this one that I'm looking at? This funky little cuff?
That was based off of the ear wrap that Belle wore in the latest Beauty and the Beast. It has little flower designs that very much look like a rose. They're metal roses, and they wrap around the ear just on the backside like a C. It's a cuff, and so it just wraps around the ear. There's no piercing necessary, and then that way you can have kind of just a little bit more color wrapped along the ear with the beads.
Yeah, it was definitely inspired by Beauty and the Beast. And people don't always want to point, and they're not always pierced. So we try to come up with ideas.
I really like this because, you know, one of the things that I personally find, so I love ear cuffs, but they go in your ear here. And for me, after several hours of having a thing pinch in my ear, it will sometimes begin to give me a headache, especially if I'm running around outside and it's particularly hot and you're doing all the things and all of those elements combined. And this looks cool because it doesn't really have to keep itself right here. It's going this is just kind of a decoration in front, and it's actually being held with your whole ear like this. This is really quite ingenious. I love this, the style that you have here.
All of our designs, I have to work in 8 or more hours a day and at least 2 days a week. And so our entire goal is comfort and ease of use. And then that way, while you're wearing it, it's not a costuming jewelry piece that you let go of in a couple minutes. It's something that can actually stick with your outfit all day long. We teach you how to adjust it yourself. And so when it gets correctly adjusted, it becomes weightless. It literally hangs out. I like to go dancing at the club with mine. So it just depends on what you prefer.
Yeah, that's one of the things in my promotion, I say they're comfortable and yet snug enough to dance all night in, or snug but comfortable enough to dance all night. But I'll give you a little demo on how to put them on, because that's real important when people don't get to see us.
Yes. Okay. Let me embiggen you again. Okay. Here you are.
So there's a little hoop, and you just go up and over.
Very slow, if you will. Very slow. Yes.
And then you tug down on the back side. You squeeze the C, and then you tug down on the back side. This one wraps under.
Okay.
So that one's easy. But then we'll let Nathan do his.
Okay. Nice and slow.
Nice and slow.
Yep. So we have the wire. We open the spacing so that the back spiral here just loops behind the ear. That way you have wire on the front and wire on the back. You grab the point and you dial it. You just keep spinning it with the natural curve of your ear down to the backside.
Oh, nice.
And then you squeeze the C, molding it with your thumb, mold it into that C shape of the back of your ear, and then pull your earlobe, and then it's comfortable and form fit.
Yay.
Wow. Easy peasy, nice and breezy, or lemon squeezy.
That's the goal. That's the goal. Absolutely.
And we love custom orders, just so everybody knows. If you see anything that you love, you want it in a different color, you want dangly bits or whatever you need, we love custom orders.
Now, what are the ear threads these? Oh, what are these?
Those are ear threads, miss.
Oh, yes, I have ear threads here.
So with our ear threads, you do need a piercing, but they're able to be longer or shorter. You can use earring backs in the back. They become very much weightless. There's no ear hook to poke into the neck while you're on a phone. If they ever get tugged on, for example, then it just pulls out instead of pulling on the jewelry. The threader itself just pulls and loosens pretty much, and then you're able to fix it. Here's an option. This is one that we have.
Here, hold on. Let me begin you again.
It's okay.
So this is how they come if you order. Woo.
I love how everything's so sparkly.
Thank you.
Same thing, sterling silver all the way. We do brass and copper. We can do some gold. Gold filled is very affordable. So jewelry and wire out. So I've been making jewelry for 30 years, but about 6 years ago, if you're into astrology, my second Saturn return, I had an idea. And then I started making these wire elf ears, and it's kind of like winning the lottery, but I got to work for it. And it's just limitless. And we got into Maryland as a guest artist for a week, nice. Just because of the wire elf ears. And we've got into Comic Cons because of the wire elf ears. Great cosplay, you know, Vulcan, fairy, elf,
yes.
vampire.
Yes.
So it's just been a treasure.
Yeah, if there's one thing COVID has taught us, though, it is that, you know, you say that, you said earlier that you don't have to just set it down as a costume piece when you're done. And I thought to myself, well, if COVID has taught us anything, it is that you can wear whatever you want every single day. What is a costume? Just put your clothes on and let them be what they are, right?
Freedom.
That's right. So,
I had a lady.
What?
I had a lady in California, and she can't see, but she's got long dreads, and she's an artist and a musician, and she keeps writing me and saying she wants a pair of kind of taller wire elf ears, and she says she wants to wear them every day, everywhere she goes, and that's just who she wants to be during COVID. And I'm like, yes, we understand.
And it can be done, my lady. So yeah. I kind of lost track of the time a little bit here. So yes. So if is there anything that you would like to say, parting comments to everybody before we let you go this afternoon? You are participating in the magic word, which is yes. Jasper. So enter that at checkout comments for you folks watching at home if you decide to shop at Starlit Skies, and you will receive some manner of surprise bonus gift.
To match your ears.
To match your ears. Okay.
Yeah, we just want to say, stay safe, stay healthy. Remember to choose happiness and keep it sparkly.
Yeah, have fun.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, and yes, have a great rest of your guys' weekend. So,
thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye. All right. Ooh, I did kind of lose track of the time there, guys. Sorry about that. I was very enamored of the ears. And I'm sure that's no shock to anybody. Let's see here. Our last vendor as well for the afternoon is Amethyst Dreams, and I do see you down there, so I'm going to bring you in. Hello, hello. Oh, I don't hear you. Did I mute you? No, you are on mute.
I muted me.
Yes.
I sort of muted from before.
That's okay. I understand. Sometimes not everybody needs to hear all the crazy that's happening in the background, right?
Elfers had me going too, though. I really did.
So please, if you will, introduce yourself to our audience and tell us who you are, where you're from, what you do, and a little bit about yourself. And then I'll turn the screen over to you, and we can see your show and tell and sell us some stuff this afternoon.
Perfect. Well, I'm Courtney. I'm the owner of Amethyst Dream Shop. My shop consists of metaphysical healing things, so crystals, but I use resin and polymer clay to design everything that I have. Really, I probably have only a couple things that don't have crystals in them, but I want each and every piece to have some sort of physical healing for people. So it's not only a piece of art, but it's something that they can benefit from mentally and physically.
Okay. Well, let me turn the screen over to you, and I shall give you have free reign now to show us your things.
Perfect. I'm so sorry. That's my dog. I have these skulls that I've been working on. So they're larger. This particular one has golden flakes in it. It also has rose petals, a huge piece of labradorite and citrine. And then I also put copper chops inside of my piece. So I do that because the copper is a natural conductor. So when the energy is released from the crystals, the copper acts as a conductor for that. So it makes it stronger. And that's great for like orgone energy, which is great to use for EMF. So, the electromagnetic field. So you have like your Wi-Fi router, your cell phone. I have these little orgons, so it has the same type of copper that's inside of my skulls. And you can put these on the back of your cell phone. You can put them on your internet router, your laptop. What was that?
Can you hold it real close to the camera and now what is it? What do you call this thing?
This is I call this like a pocket disc. So it's a pocket-sized orgonite. So it's got amethyst, obsidian, which are both very highly protective stones. It also has fluorite in here, and then it does also have the copper. So it can go in your back pocket. I actually have one, and I put it in my pillow because these also help with vivid dreaming, which from experience, I mean, it's gotten to the point where I've had to take mine out because it was getting kind of a little much, but they're awesome. They're wonderful.
So this is quite fascinating. I've never actually seen a thing like this before, and so I'm really fascinated. But I'm sorry, I know I'm like probably like the man behind the curtain talking at you because you can't see me, like just my voice. But no, I've never seen these things before. They're really quite cool. And so I'll let you go, but I'm like forming questions in my head right now. And I should say, if people in the audience have questions, feel free to ask. You guys can always just put them in the comments, and we'll ask them to our vendors as they come up here. Okay, I'm giving it back to you. Let's see what else you've got there.
So the next thing I have is I just started doing these. These are stash jars.
It's a what?
They're stash jars. So you can put all your goodies in here, or if you're 420 friendly, you can also use them for that. So whatever you want, trinkets. And so what I did with these is I actually made them with polymer clay. So the clay is all around the side there. And, I kind of carved in the little designs, and then that's the quartz point on the front. And then it's got a little, cork top here, which has got mushrooms on it, little branches. So this is the first one that I did. And I've got some others that are coming. I just started getting back into my clay, and I did not want to stray away from the crystal vibe I kind of had going. So trying to implement clay and crystals, I wanted to make sure it displayed both of them beautifully.
Well, that thing is a cool looking little jar. What's its closure mechanism?
The top of it is a cork. So it's got a nice cork.
Cool.
Yep, a cork. So then it goes down in. It's really, really tight. And then it's easy. I wouldn't recommend pulling it off by the mushroom, but I've got them pretty secured. So the resin and the clay really make it something that's going to last forever. And I never remake my pieces. So I can remake something similar, but everything is 100% authentic. I do have these mirrors that I'm making. This particular one just sold, of course.
What?
This is polymer clay. and resin.
Oh my God, it's so detailed.
Trying to show the back, you know, of course it's a mirror and it's got some crystal stones there.
I love it. It's beautiful. Your work is exquisite. All of your little carvings and.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I have another one, which I'm huge Alice in Wonderland fan, so I made one also with the Cheshire.
The Cheshire.
So got some little mushrooms, you know, it's a little bit of a funner one. So I wanted to go with something spooky, and then I came out with that. So I'm not sure how that happened, but.
You have a question here, which is how long does it take to make those mirrors, from Kristen Bader?
Yeah, it takes usually about 3 days.
3 days? That's quite a while. So very work intensive on those, but they're an amazing final product.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. That's why it's, you know, I release them, but it just takes quite a bit of time, you know, doing the finishing products with them and kind of the final touches.
Yeah. Shall we take a look at your Etsy store? Or do you have more in person to show us?
The Etsy store is fine because honestly, I have tons of stuff. So it'll help me guide me where I need to talk to you next on what item, because I could pick out 1,000 things.
Right. Here we go. I'm going to pull it up right here. I was just kind of like, yes, you have also some really amazing work here. And look how big is this little fairy door necklace approximately?
This is about 1 inch. So if you can see it,
It's
a little baby fairy door. So it's not anything. I'm trying to get, it's not anything.
There we go.
Big. There we go. You can see paint on my fingers.
Yep. That's because you're a working artist.
I am. I tried to have like nice nails. Honestly, it was like a week ago, and within 2 days they were ruined. I thought it's not meant for me. So, but the fairy door necklaces, they're tinier. I do have some larger ones too, but those are sold, and I couldn't find any in time for the show. So.
Now, what is this thing here? This amethyst and obsidian blinged quartz crystal dagger. I'm going to embiggen this one here. Give me just a second to do this. I sort of want to see what this one is here. Here we go. So this is what is this? Like, how is this made?
It's completely made out of resin and crystals. So I put it, basically it's a silicone mold that I pour resin into, and then I'll add in the crystals. So I actually have the piece right here. So all of the crystals are up inside.
Whoa.
Yeah, so they're all up inside there. And then I have little like gold and bronze, I guess it was like beads.
Kind of flecks or
shavings
kind of.
Yep. And then I have copper chops in there as usual. And then there's quartz points. So it's just like a little dagger. So it's got some sharpness to it, but a lot of people use it. If they request it, I'll send it so it's ready to hang. And then you can hang it, you can set it down, prop it up. But that's the last one I have. But that one's been hanging on for a while, so I think it might want me to keep it. So
either that or the person that it's supposed to belong to is on their way. Now, can I ask a question? So these are the protective pocket-sized orgone discs. This is what we were looking at earlier. Yes. And I'm going to embiggen this here really quick so I can see these real close up. And I have a question kind of regarding these things where it looks like you've put in, like these, what I see here is embedded inside of that, and it's a smooth surface on the outside.
Yeah,
I can kind of see that. So if people wanted something custom made, are they able to just send you a message and ask you to put things into these discs, or say, you know, the athame, the dagger?
Yeah.
you can just totally make that custom for them. That's so cool.
Yes, and I've done quite a few. I've even had a couple people ask me about pets. I've made some memorial pieces just for family. I haven't really branched out outside of that. So usually I direct anybody to ask me in another direction, but I do try to do like some memorial pieces, or if there's flowers, those kind of things. But
that's a very sentimental and cool idea, that if you want to memorialize your pet in some way,
right,
whatever it may be.
Right.
That is a very cool idea. These are just, your sculpting is like really quite amazing. And I gave you a little heart here in your store. So from my store to your store. We have another question here. Let me put that up on the screen, which is, do you have unicorn blood and is it authentic?
No, I do not.
Man, that is a rough question. I mean, how does one get unicorn blood without bringing harm to the unicorn? Is it really worth it to bring that kind of harm?
I don't think I could hurt a unicorn. Oh, it might be, and that's funny because I said seeing me on a live is like seeing as rare as a unicorn, because I don't ever do lives. I have 2 kids, so no one wants to watch that. It gets too loud.
Fair enough. Well, we are coming up on the end of the time here today, and so before I let you go here, I don't think I had a response from you about whether or not you wanted to participate in the magic word. Is that something that you want to do?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay. So I will have to update that as well. The magic word is Jasper. And of course, if you order from Amethyst Dreams over the next week and include the word Jasper in your checkout comments, then you too shall receive a bonus gift of some surprising nature. And is there anything that you would like to say to our audience before we let you go? You're our last vendor of the show this week.
I know. So. Honestly, not really. This has been super cool, super unique.
Thank you.
All of my friends know that I was like totally geeking beforehand, and you never know. It's like you kind of get the jitters, like, what am I supposed to be doing here? But it's a lot of fun. It's great, and it's been awesome meeting you, and I loved getting a chance to see some of the other artists. That was great. Those ears I'm totally gonna have to look at.
Right. Circle back. I know. I always feel like that. I always feel like that at the end of my shows. I'm like, and now I shall go back and as my wallet gently weeps. Right.
Yes.
My purse. Feel that pain. So, all right. Well, I'm going to let you go then this afternoon. And for everybody watching at home, please hit the like and subscribe button for us. The show you're watching right now is Handmade Home Shopping, in case you guys didn't know. But today is Sunday, so tomorrow is the mythical day off. And we will be back with you guys on Wednesday for Faye News Network at 7:30 p.m. Pacific. And then again on Friday for Author Reads at 2 p.m. Pacific. So hope to see you guys then. Please, if you're looking to find our vendors, the information will be in the low bar and it will stay there. You can come back anytime. Please share these videos and check out their shops. If nothing else, give them the likes and likes and follows, Instagram, Facebook, etc. So thank you so much, and everybody have a great evening and a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye bye, guys.